Welcome to Boss Up. Get ready to elevate your game with your dynamic hosts. First up, we have the visionary powerhouse, Dan D. Johnson, who's a failure transformation expert and a financial literacy and business coach with a wealth of knowledge to help you scale and grow. And joining him is the inspiring and charismatic Shada Amour, your corporate expert and life coach, ready to share insights on leveling up your life and relationships. Together, they'll guide you on a journey to unleash your potential and boss up. Now, welcome Shada Amour and Dan D. Johnson.
Hey, Dan.
Oh my goodness. We are about to boss up somebody's life.
Woo-hoo.
Amar.
Cannot wait to hang out today and boss up someone's life. I don't know who it's going to be. Who is it going to be? Whose life are we going to change? Who is it? Who is it? What's been going on with you, though, Dan? What's going on?
There's been a lot going on with me. It's so much. I would take the entire Dame Blasted podcast to discuss what's going on with me. So we're not going to discuss what's going on with me because I don't matter in this moment. But I know I heard that we're about to boss up somebody's life. Why don't you tell those that's watching, what does this mean? We about to boss up somebody's life.
Well, last week, we were able to work and talk with a young lady who wanted to double their revenue, and we were able to help her figure out some techniques. And so we decided, why not continue to do that?
Yeah. So guess what? For those of you that are watching, we want you to like this. We want you to tag. We want you to like it, comment, share it. We want to get your feedback because what Mara and I are endeavoring to do is we're endeavoring to empower as many people as possible, as humanly possible, to boss up their life. And what that means is we want them to boss up their health. We want them to boss up their wealth. We want them to boss up their family. We want to boss up their business, whatever it is that's happening in their life, in your life, that you need help with bossing up. Come on. We want to help you. So comment in the chat line. Let us know. I'm telling you, y'all think Ayana can fix some folk lives. We got to help some folk boss up. And we got all the Holy Ghost. Amen. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. So what are we doing? How are we going to do this? Who we got?
We need someone to join us. And I got somebody backstage.
Oh, who you got backstage? Let's see who we got. Oh, no. I know her. Victoria. My Victoria. What's up, girl?
Oh, my goodness.
No, can't nobody hear you.
Can't hear you. Can we hear you now?
Turn up your yeah.
Can you?
Yeah, we got you.
Great. Hi, everybody.
What's going on, Victoria?
Much, but I'm ready to get bossed up. How about that?
Okay, well, what does that mean to you? What does being bossed up mean to you?
Well, being bossed up, do we lose?
Just keep going.
Being bossed up from what my takeaway is that it is hopefully to elevate me to the next level with my business, give me some insights on giving me insights on how to go to the next level. I don't know if I could just share a little bit about my business or whatever, but that thing.
Well, so listen, that's what we're here for, and we can't help you boss up if we don't know what you're the boss of. So why don't you take a moment and you better not go read no notes because I'm gonna talk about you.
No, I don't have notes. Oh my
Get your notepad. Let me get my notepad and talk about my business. So tell us about you. Tell us about your business, and tell us if you had to think of one of the biggest problems you needed help to solve today in bossing up your business. Tell us about that problem.
Yeah. Well, that's I don't even know if I even know what my problem is all the way, but I'll try. So,
Okay.
Your problem
um,
is the fact that you don't know what your problem is. But let's keep going. We go.
because problems could like there's a million and one problems. Just honing down to the one, right? It's a
Okay.
Yeah.
good thing.
Okay. All right.
So, and I'm Victoria, and I am an educator, but on the side, I purchased a vehicle. It was last year before last, something like that, to run Turo. So I started my Turo business with one vehicle. Um, and when I did, it was popping.
Celebrate that before you even go deeper. Like one, I love the fact that you stepped out and you started a side business, which was
Yeah,
Toro. Okay.
thank you, thank you. It was
Okay.
scary because it's like Airbnb. You hear about it, all those things, and you're like, and me, I'm the type of person, if I'm going to do something like that, I just got to jump into it and just work the mistakes as I go or whatever. So I
Okay.
did. The year I did it was like in the summer. It was like in June when I first purchased my Jeep, and it was like gone every day until like November. So the business was great. But like when you live in the city of Chicago, of course those things have to slow down because of the weather. Which was okay because I had kind of prepared like for that, put some money to the side, make sure that to do what I need to do what I need to do to ensure that at least the car note and insurance was being paid, which it was. Was great. Still had a couple of incidents. Anything involving a vehicle, you're going to have incidents with. Um, once it was like stuck in Indiana or in Michigan somewhere, so to get it towed back or whatever. And sometimes you have to have customers that aren't happy for whatever reason, no matter what your service is. So I'm still on Turo. That's a good thing. It's still available to rent out. It isn't renting like it was because I'm not on unlimited mileage anymore. I limited my mileage due to some incidents, and that has changed the face of like my vehicle being able to be rented, which I kind of had a feeling that was going to happen. But
Okay.
I have been, as of late, my son and I have been looking at like other ventures that we could do with like delivery services, not just your typical like Uber Eats or something like that. But trying to like break into some type of courier service or delivery service or something to do with the vehicle. Beside me paying the car note every day, every month. But I feel like this vehicle was like a breakthrough to my business, which is RJ Transportation Groups. Um,
Okay.
it was like the first launching the breakthrough to even say I have a business and that I pay taxes with, that type of thing. And so now, I mean, I still have the Jeep, I'm still paying for it, and I want to do something next level, whatever that is. Like I said, possibly delivery. Now, I've looked into it, um,
Can
but like
you?
I
I'm
know,
sorry, Victoria. Sorry to interrupt you, but like one, I love that you're seeking support. And before you go into like things you research, I also wonder like what is your goal for yourself?
mm,
Like what is your goal
mhm.
for this transportation business?
Yeah, I feel that the transportation business will allow me to. Um, I wanted to open the door up for me to like transition from my current job to being able to work from home, and um, I wanted to break through those things. Work from home, I have a eventually have residual income come in some form of fashion. Just a plethora of things, but most definitely, I'm ready to step away from my current um, job to go to having my own business, to really broadening my business, to go to the next level with it. So yeah,
Okay.
that's kind of like, it's a generic goal right now. I don't have a timeline. It's not a SMART goal, right? It's not a timeline and all that stuff. Um, but I am ready to explore options on broadening the horizon of what this transportation business could be. And it could be a lot of things, right? It's vehicle. I know we say manufactured homes, but mobile homes are noted as a vehicle, if you will, if it's until you put it on some land. So I have a couple of ideas that I want to explore, but I just don't know, when you have that, I need to narrow scope, all that good stuff, whatever.
So your smaller goal is you want to be able to this vehicle that you have for it to be able to make you money because
Mm-hmm.
right now you're paying a car note on it, right?
Yes. Yes.
And it's not being rented.
No.
All right.
Not as much. Let me
Well,
It's
I,
not say
still
that.
on Turo though. It's
It's
still
still
on
on
Turo.
Turo. It's still rentable.
but it's just not being rented with
No,
some
it's not being rented.
consistent.
So
And
you
look,
trying to
I'm an all-star host, 5 stars. Okay, I have all great reviews.
But it's not being rented.
It's
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 not
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 being
being
rented.
rented.
to enough to pay, not only pay your car note and insurance, but it's not being rented to pay to get your hair done, your nails. That
It's not being rented. You said it right. It's
is
not
not
being rented.
being rented. But I got one question, Victoria. I
Yes.
got one
Yes.
question. I need you to tell me. I need you to tell me the whole truth, nothing but the truth. So help you God. You ready for this question?
I hope so.
The whole truth? What?
I hope so.
Whole truth. Are you ready to boss up?
Hey,
You
I'm
ready
ready to boss up,
to
boss up,
boss
boss up.
up? Here we go. Here we go. Let's boss up. So now,
Okay.
one of the things I heard you say, one of the things I heard you say is that your business was booming, number one, in the summer, but it was
Mm-hmm.
also booming because you had mileage unlimited.
Yes.
And so now, once you put limited miles, it puts you in a different category.
Yes.
And so you're not as popular as you used to be.
Not at the front of the
You're not
line
as
anymore.
popular.
No.
You're not as popular.
You're not as popular. That little Jeep, don't people don't know that Jeep no more because it don't go as far as it used to go. And so, how many miles? Here's what I want you to do. How many miles right now? What is the maximum amount of miles that you allow it to go out for right now?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here for that. I'm
Let's
here.
see what I have here on Turo. What do I have? I'm gonna switch to my host mode and my trips business. Look, I don't even see if do I even know how to look at that. Okay.
Well, so here's the deal. We don't have to spend too much time on that, but that's
Okay.
what you want to do. You want to begin to look at your historical data
Yeah.
because we know it said unlimited, but how
Yeah.
many miles were they actually using on average, right?
Mm,
Right.
okay.
You compare how many miles was actually being used on average,
Mm.
how many miles that you are setting it up for right now. And so, as a result, because here's what happened, you probably had
Yeah.
one or two incidents under the unlimited mileage plan that caused you to make a major shift in your business plan.
Mm.
True.
Okay.
True. Is that true?
And,
It is true. It really is. It.
and sometimes that's what happens. Sometimes when things shake up in our business, we get shook. And then what
Mm.
we try to do is we try to make quick adjustments so that we don't get shook again.
Mm.
Mm.
Understanding that even now in this being shook again, it got
Mm-hmm.
in the I need to be bossed up seat because now you're shaking because you got a car with a car note and insurance that's sitting.
Right.
Now let me,
That's not good. That's not good.
No.
so now when you think about how long it's been sitting because you got shook up and how much money you lost based on its sitting compared to what was the inconvenience
Mm.
Mm.
when you were shaking. So now you got to look at that. That's point one with Turo. That's point one with total. So once you make that adjustment, I think you'll find yourself comfortable with understanding that stuff happens in business.
This is true.
Stuff happens in business. And you're not going to be able to eliminate all of the stuff from happening. But what you got to do is measure the risk and the reward. You got to be able to measure that. So that's number one. Number two, I heard you say, okay, I want to take this to the next level. And I want to take this to the next level in the transportation business. And then you said something not like a Uber Eats, not like a this or that, but something like a, watch this, you got to pay attention because you're about to get bossed up in this moment. I feel a boss moment coming.
Okay.
You're going to become I'm trying to come up with a name that's real, like edgy. But what you're about to become though is exclusive courier.
Okay.
But
Exclusive courier.
Okay.
I don't really like exclusive for where we're going. What you're going to be the safe courier, or you're going to become the moving safe. Flow with me. Moving safe.
Okay.
Where things gotta move quickly, discreetly, but what it is it's a high value type of item.
Okay.
You got to get from one space to another, and you got to get it done quickly. And people need a space where they can trust. You need a space where if their valuables are broken or lost, it's properly insured. They need.
I like that.
You need that because I don't know if there's anything like that. So
I know. That's the first thing I was like, I don't know what competitors that would be.
So watch this. So maybe the kid loses the key to get home. The mother is at work, and there's nobody else can get them in the house, and it's freezing outside, and they need somebody to come and pick up the key from work and carry that key to that child safely and make certain it arrives. Or maybe somebody need cash, not digital currency, not Zelle, not Cash App, not PayPal, but they need you to carry some cash. Now you could put all your places to make sure you're not embezzling money and all that kind of foolishness.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute, because you don't want to get where somebody like
I'm just throwing something out where it's of value to a person.
Okay.
And they need some help. Now, here's the second tier to that. Corporate documents. Where you're carrying, like we're on our way, we need to go to a closing. But they need wet they need wet signatures.
Yeah.
So sometimes you have the mobile help me.
Notary?
The mobile notary where the documents is sent. Well, but you need, but whatever this is, now you're going downtown and you're carrying packages from one spot to the next because they get it fast. Documents.
Oh, I like that. That's a great idea.
I need this document to get to the courthouse fast. I need this document to get to the closing table fast. I need this document, or I need this item to get out here fast. Or guess what? I got a big event at Perspectives on 87th Street this coming Friday. I got this huge event, but my pop-up banner is all the way on the north side.
Okay.
And I don't have the ability to go on the north side to pick it up. I need to call a courier service to be able to go on the north side, pick up my pop-up banner, and make certain that I have it by a certain time.
Okay.
And because the time is short, the shorter the time, the greater the emergency, the more the price.
Yeah.
Are y'all seeing this?
I
see
love
this.
it.
This
I
is
mean, I'm
good.
wondering if you want me to be your, my first customer with this. I don't know.
I don't need, but I was just saying, I was giving some idea. And so now here's the next piece. We gonna boss up again. So we didn't bossed up with Turo.
Wait, I'm sorry. Are we recording this? Because I haven't taken notes. I'm asking somebody like, do I need to get a notebook?
Victoria, it's on live,
know.
sweetie, so you can look at it
Okay,
again.
I'm sorry. I'm like, should I have a notebook and paper? He's flowing.
You
I
should.
gotta collect
Yeah,
information.
you should. You
Why,
should.
why people got to stop vaping? But watch this. So here we go. Here we go. So we bossed up one level with Turo on how to get back active, right?
Mm-hmm.
We bossed up another level with expanding your service to an exclusive brand of courier. And you could call it whatever exclusive. Now we're gonna boss up one more again.
One more again.
One more again. When you start making you some money and you say, you know what? Now I want to get into transportation of special needs children. And I want to connect because my kid is special and they got needs. And they can't be on a general population bus, regular school bus.
Yeah.
And they need to be on a specialty bus. So I'm going to use this service. Now, here's the deal though. You may, because a lot of schools, they're already bringing this service in-house, but a lot of schools are still outsourcing.
Yeah.
But maybe what you might want to do is look at those boutique schools, look at those charter schools that specializes or have programming for special needs. And then you start working and networking with those parents. And then you start, and because those parents for the special needs children receive certain levels of funding with their child. And I'm not certain, but part of that could be transportation cost. So that's that next level that you think about as you go through it. And then you start looking at some of the senior adult daycare centers.
Yeah, I think that would be really good. Like that, people need that.
Yeah. And so they need help with that transport. I don't want to give mom to Pace. I don't want to give dad to Pace. I want something. I need you. My mom got special needs. And I got to make certain those needs are met. And you partner with those adult daycare centers.
Right.
Are you hearing the words coming out of my mouth?
I am. Like, I'm sorry. I'm jotting down my notes on my phone. I'm like, hold on.
And so those are a few things to help you boss up. Now, let's deal with your goals.
Okay.
And you said it's not a specific goal, but you was very specific. The issue was with your goal is that you didn't have a timetable to it.
Right.
Yes.
That was the only issue. Your goal was very specific. It was very measurable. It was very achievable. And what's the other R? What's the R? In SMART, because you said it's SMART goal.
Realistic.
And it's very realistic. You have the capacity to go and fire your job and hire yourself as your boss.
I love the way you just said that.
You have the capacity to say, today I boss up, and when I boss up job, you're fired. You have every ability to do so. But how are we going to, so we know what it is. Specifically, I want to work for myself full time.
Yeah.
Right.
Now we have to put something that's measurable. We have to give it a timetable. Now, I'm going to give you a cheat sheet very quick for the timetable.
Okay.
You're making the same amount of money working on your part-time fortune as you make on your full-time job. You're ready to tell your job you're fired. I don't need you to no more. I I have a suitable replacement, and they only requiring 50% of the time that I'm putting into you.
Okay. Okay.
How do we quantify that? How do we quantify that? You look at, watch this, not what you making on your job based on all that education, based on that tenure, based on the bonuses, based on all of them promotions. No, that ain't what you're doing. What you,
Okay, what is she doing?
I'm gonna help her quantify because this is your sliding scale. Well, I don't want to wait that long. I'm ready to get out now. And so here's the sliding scale. We got a sliding scale. The sliding scale is I want you to look at your budget,
Mm-hmm.
your household budget. And if you don't have a budget, then we need to help you boss up to get you a budget. I
Okay.
want you to look at your budget. When you look
Okay.
at your budget, I want you to look at your essentials,
Okay.
all of your
Okay.
absolute needs. I want you to
Okay.
add up absolute needs, absolute essentials. And I want you to look in total what that number is on a monthly basis.
That
Okay.
number on a monthly basis.
And then when you total what that number is on a monthly basis, now you know how much your business got to make. So now, for example, I'm about to show you now. Here we go.
Okay. Okay.
For example, the average rental for your total is how much?
Uh, 3 days is the average time. That can run between, because my prices aren't the same all the time, so that can run between like $250 to $400,
For that,
depending
the total trip.
depending on the month and the time of year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so $325. I just wanted to get an average. You
Okay.
take your number, bottom number, put it in the middle, 325.
Got it.
So now you
25.
take your how much you need on a monthly basis, not want, how much you need on a monthly basis.
Mm-hmm.
And then you need to divide that by 325.
Okay.
Now, what that's going to do, that's going to show you how many rentals you need to hit your monthly need point. Well, I got to make this amount of money.
That makes sense.
And then once you get that, you're going to say, okay, I need to do this about 9 months or 12 months in a row. I got to hit this number.
Mm-hmm.
And when you hit that number 12 months in a row,
Then you're ready.
then
You
you
ready?
almost ready.
Then I'm a real boss.
Oh, 'cause you're already- I got one question, Miss Victoria. I got one question.
What's that?
You feel like
What?
you bossed up tonight?
I do. I mean, this is giving me so much insight. Like, I thought I was doomed on Turo number one. I'm like, it's over. But this gives me hope. It gives
Yeah.
me hope for that. And it actually gave me a vision of like different avenues that I can actually like think about. Because I was only thinking about like a medical courier or, you know, some random like, oh, let me go try to get a load and drop it off, that type of thing, which would be cool. But I didn't even think about all the other avenues I should be thinking about.
So
I
what
took
can you say like one thing that stuck out to you, one or two
Yeah.
things that you're like, okay, I really feel like this will help me boss up.
Yeah. So I gotta readjust the Turo thing, right? Like, yeah, you're so right. Like, not using saying like, oh, don't let two apples spoil the whole bunch. And I can adjust that. I can
Right.
adjust that. So I need to go back and look at that because I might get popping all over again in the snow in the wintertime. So that's cool. And the other thing that stood out, what was two more things? The other thing that stood out was when you mentioned the adult daycare transportation, right? Like, I'm always calling my dad Uber. And it freaks me out because, you know, that whole timeline of like, you ain't outside by this time. And I always have to call him like, wait, my dad's handicapped. Don't leave. Like, freaking out or whatever. And sometimes they'll answer, sometimes they won't. Sometimes they've left. And I'm like, this is bad, right? You got to call them again. You got to pay the fee, whatever. So that kind of like stuck out in my head because I know if I'm having an issue, other
Other
people are having an
people are
issue.
too.
Yeah.
Yes.
My aunt was going through chemo, and she said, "I only want you to come and pick me up and take me to chemo every
Mm-hmm.
month or whatever it was." Now, y'all know my schedule, and this old lady said, "I only want you," and I
Mm-hmm.
said, "Lord, help us, help me." And so I
Yeah.
made the commitment, and everything was built around her except my travel schedule. And
Hey,
then
Jay.
she, wait a minute, what you doing? We on boss up. You don't. What is happening? That's so unprofessional. We are
She
bosses
said,
operate
she
in.
said, this is what she said. We have to also acknowledge the people that's
I
speaking
forgot.
to us.
I forgot that we was actually on social media. I was the Lord Jesus help me, but I'm sitting
Oh
there.
my
I forgot
gosh.
even my social media. That's why we got you. That's why, because you helped me boss up, girl. Help me boss
Thank
up.
you. I
But
appreciate it.
you do your thizzle, izzle. But let me tell you. So a few times I got caught out of the country, out of the town, and so my son would get her. But then there was a couple of moments when my son couldn't get her,
Oh.
and the only thing I can do is call an Uber.
Mm-hmm.
This past Christmas, there was so much going on. My other aunt wanted to get to my mother at a certain time. And there was
Mm-hmm.
no way I was gonna make it at that time. And you know how people are. Them folk, when they get up to a certain age, they want what they want. They don't care what your life look like because they didn't live there. They ain't got nothing to do. And
Mm-hmm.
so the reality is we had to send an Uber
Mm-hmm.
to get her. And she was all concerned and all of that. So we had to be mindful and things of that nature. And so I think we're on to something.
I do too.
Yeah. You could
Yeah.
I
create
do
a
too.
specialized service.
Now,
And
Specialized service.
it said that there's a Uber Silver for the elderly, but I think like knowing that someone has this specialty service, it means
Yeah.
something more than a general Uber coming to pick someone up. And
Yeah.
so like have creating a business around that. Like
No,
yeah,
for
that.
sure. I mean, it just really makes me think about like how someone could actually like log in and become a part of this like community, and that way they can get to know the drivers. They'll know because Uber is just random. Anybody from a
Yeah.
whatever, right? Like
so there's no
Yeah.
relation.
elderly, they want to know who are you, baby? That type of thing. So
Yeah,
like,
there's no. Yeah, absolutely.
yeah.
And so all of these are things that you can do with the transportation company. Now, one thing about us, Amor and myself, what we're finding out as we help people boss up
Hmm.
is that we like to help. If there's an idea that just really hit the spot, and there's a way that we can help invest in that idea and bring it to life, then you're not just getting good advice, but you're getting some good business partners that
Mm,
you need to look and to consider. Now, right now,
nice.
I haven't heard an idea. I mean, Turo, it's only one. You got one little Jeep on Turo, and so. Um, but what we could do, here's another one, and this is one of the moments where I get nervous, Miss
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
because
Say it.
I get nervous, but I'm gonna throw it out. I'm not gonna throw it out here. I'm gonna throw it out here offline. But it's a transportation idea that had just hit my mind that will target a certain group of people that definitely has a need. Um, and yeah. So we're gonna do that. But listen, I don't know about you. This has been fun for me.
It
This was
has. It
so much
has.
fun. Do
Yes,
you
I
feel
love
like
when I
you
can.
you can boss up now? You can take some of this.
Now,
Yeah, I love having thought partners to help. Like, I was just saying this, but I thought it was because of the space. I'm like, I probably need to go somewhere where it's warm so I can allow my brain to think a little bit more because I can't think about how to get creative. And you guys just help me be well, you guys were creative and just kind of got my juices flowing all over again. So
and,
Okay.
and
Woohoo.
most people pay us for this kind of stuff. an hour. I'm just saying. I know I be billing people $7.50 an hour, $12.50, and that ain't no $7.
You got it for free.
Yeah,
I
you.
appreciate it.
Yeah, you got free 99. My
Well,
God.
I appreciate it. I really
Right here, y'all, on Boss Up, baby. Boss Up.
So I'm so excited. Last week we got to help Chris think about how to double her revenue in her business. This week we got to help Victoria think
yes.
about how to take her transportation business to the next level. I can't wait to see who we have next week.
On
How
Boss
we're gonna help
Up.
them boss up.
I'm
I'm
telling
so
you,
excited.
Thank you
this
guys.
is really, really good. I need you to do me a favor, Victoria. I need you to do a video testimony.
Okay.
Um,
Mm.
thanking Amore and Dan D. Johnson for helping you to boss up your business and helping you put the framework together for you to be able to go and fire the hell out of your job. That's what I
Right.
want you to do. That forgot. I forgot, y'all. Shot is super safe. I mean, Amore is super safe, and
Goodbye.
I'm just saying, y'all. And
Done.
I'm fasting, and some people they
You
got
need to stop.
some people got hell in their job. That's why they want to get out. Am I lying? Am I lying, Miss Victoria?
She don't have hell in her job. So
No, no,
we
no.
are just going
I
to
have another
end
word
right
for it.
here
It's another word
because
for it, but
I said
this
some people. I didn't say Victoria. I said some people. I
what
was
in
talking
the world?
about, that's not Victoria, but
That's
some
not
people.
Victoria's story.
No, no. She loves her job. She just want to get rid of it.
the job's okay. It's doing what it's supposed to do.
It's doing what it's supposed to do. But now you about to create a way for you to be the CEO of your own business.
Boss
So I
up.
can't wait to see this transportation business that she creates. This is gonna be great.
Take off.
This is
Yes.
gonna be. Let's go,
Thank
Victoria.
you.
So
Thank
thank
you.
you guys for
Thank
hanging
you.
out
Thank
with us
you.
on Boss Up. If you are interested in being one of our guests that we help to boss up, please message us. We are excited to help more people boss up, not just in business, but in relationships, in their money, and in life. So thank you all for joining us. Dan, thank you.
Hey, it's been a plump, pleasing pleasure, more than a privilege. Let's boss up, y'all.
Let's boss up.
And that wraps up another empowering episode of Boss Up. Join Dan D. Johnson and Shana Amore on the next episode of Boss Up. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel and follow Dan and Shana on all social media platforms for more insights and inspiration to boss up your life. Until next time, remember to keep shining, keep grinding, and always boss up.